I'm guessing none of you have any tattoos yet?
No.
No, good.
I'm
47.
Are you tempted to have tattoos when you're old enough to legally have tattoos?
I'm scared.
You know, I don't think I would mark my body.
No, good.
I'm not going to ruin all this chocolate, so...
Now, how would you describe Stranger Things to people who haven't seen it?
I'd say it's a supernatural thriller that is very intriguing. There's a really cool cast.
It's about a boy who goes missing, who vanishes into thin air, but he vanishes to the unknown. And his family and friends come look for him. Me and Gaten are one of his friends.
Yeah.
And we find this strange girl.
Who messes everything up.
Yeah, technically.
About right.
Well, it's been huge, hasn't it? I mean, would it be fair to say that it's changed all your lives? Of course, you're very young, so anything that's happened is going to change your lives, I guess, to an extent. But it's changed your life. I mean, you must get recognised just about everywhere. Have you noticed that that effect? Have you had a lot of fan attention?
Definitely. I've been getting recognized on the street all the time. I mean, there's somebody that actually tattooed me on their arm.
Wow.
Two instances that I know of.
Right.
It's really weird.
I mean, yes, it is peculiar. I wouldn't have a child on my arm, but, you know, but they're just very intrigued by our characters. It's weird, but nice.
Kaylee, tell me about the part you play. You play one of the friends who's looking for the missing friend, isn't it?
Yes. I play Lucas Sinclair, and he's very conscientious. He doesn't trust everyone. He doesn't trust Eleven. She does weird things. He doesn't really invite her to his group. And he's very loyal to his friendship, and he's always going to look after everybody. He's always going to have
Except for
everyone's
me.
back.
And Gaten, you play the other friend, of course.
I play Dustin, the food-loving, one-liner king character. But
That was a lot.
yeah, I think that sums it up.
One of the distinctive things, and people notice you have a distinctive way of speaking, Gaten, and that is built into your character, isn't it? Because there's a condition, and tell me if I'm saying this right, or you should perhaps say it. It's cleidocranial dysatosis?
No, well, back in the 80s or the 70s, it was called cleidocranial dysostosis, but now it's called, the correct way, cleidocranial dysplasia.
Okay.
And it's a condition where you're born without your collarbones. I don't have any. It affects your facial growth, your skull growth, it affects your teeth. So that's why I don't have any. These are fake right here. I have teeth, but I mean, they're all baby teeth. But I need a lot of surgery, and I have a really mild case, and a lot of people have it much worse than I do. And I feel like putting it into the show is really raising awareness for it. And I'm lucky that mine was very mild, but now that it's in my genes, which it usually is passed down through genes, it wasn't for me. It just happened. So now that it's in my gene, I have a 50% chance of passing it down in my genes, and it could be much worse for them. But yeah, I just want to raise awareness for it and let people know that it's not something they should be afraid of showing.
Well, thank you for talking about it. Now, Millie, you had to, as we just saw in the clip that you saw, you had to shave your head for the part.
Yes.
Well, that shows a lot of commitment for anyone, but especially for a young woman in show business to have to do that when your first big gigs. Was that a tough decision to make? Were you comfortable with that concept?
Oh, yeah, I was very excited. I mean, when I first found out, yeah, I was like, OK, that's negotiable, you know, we could negotiate some things. And then I was like, no, it's not. It's not. And then it was one day where we was all in school, and, you know, Caleb goes in first to have his hairstyle, you know, Gaten and Noah and Finn, and then I'm the last one. And I go in, and it just all goes off. And then I come into lunch.
But it took about, like, 2 hours.
It took about 2 hours, yeah.
So did you have long hair before? It's pretty long, was it?
Yes, it was about... No, it's not. It was probably about down to here.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but the boys didn't actually recognise me.
So, guys, I'm going to do a little test with you here. You guys can join as well. I thought I'd see whether or not in your research for the 1980s, whether you would fully immerse yourself. So I'm going to show you, we're going to set it up like an 80s, a little 80s game show. We
They
have
can't
a little...
do that. It lived in the 80s.
Yeah, well, no, they're not being quizzed. No.
Oh, okay, okay.
So let's play Things Were Stranger in the 80s. Bring it up. So... up here, you can really see we've got a conveyor belt out there. This is Things Were Stranger in the 80s, and I'm going to put things on there, and you guys have to decide as it's going past you, was this a real thing or was this not real in the 80s? Will you guys catch at the end?
I'll
when he
catch.
says... OK, let's go to the first question. Which of these famous duos from the 1980s were a married couple? Was it the Crankies?
Okay.
Was it George and Andrew of Wham, or was it Annie and Dave from the Eurythmics?
Annie and Dave.
Fellas, what do you think?
Yeah, Annie and Dave.
I think it's these
No,
guys.
no, it's
You go
not.
with
It's these lot. It's that lot.
You can't
The
change.
you
That's
go
not
with the
fair.
cra-
You can't change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
You're C.
It's A.
You're C.
No,
I'm
I'm
well,
gonna
you
play
did
the
say
game
C
fairly.
personally.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Wow. Don't know it again.
so
I mean, you know,
Goodness
don't turn
gracious.
that. It was the Crankies. It was. You got it right. There you go. One for Caleb. Here's the next question. Have a look at this man here. He was popular on TV in the 1980s.
Okay.
Now,
Go Mets.
what did he used to whack children with on his TV show? Was it a
Please.
fish? Was it a mallet?
Yes.
Oh, that's an
Or was it a feather duster?
Okay, I'm going to say that
Fish.
because his last name
It's
is
so cool getting hit with the
something
fish, I
along
bet.
with that.
I bet it's
A
just like
fish,
a
yeah, the
fun
fish.
experience.
So we got 2 fish, 1 mallet.
A mallet.
Millie,
yeah.
you're right with mallet.
Thank you.
Which of these was not a flavour of crisp in the 1980s? Was it hedgehog? Was it kipper?
What was not favorite?
What was not a
Oh, it's
flavour? Or was it mushroom soup? Which one was not a flavour?
This is really hard.
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog, yeah.
Yeah.
Hedgehog.
Mushroom
Hedgehog
soup.
was a flavour.
Oh,
Mushroom soup.
Mushroom soup was not a flavour.
Are you having a breakdown? Is this true?
Wait, let's just review. You said that there's a flavour crisp of a hedgehog.
Don't do those spooky eyes on me.
Take him down then.
Right, let's just go on to the next toy.
They said it was
Oh my
not.
god, no!
Oh my goodness.
How did it know?
That
Did it
is
taste
weird.
like hedgehog?
Well,
I'm
ideally, yes.
curious.
Okay, here's our last question for you. Which of these in the 80s was not a children's television?
Oh.
Oh, I think I
character?
got this one.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Was it the critter?
Oh my god, that's awful.
Was it
The witch.
Zelda?
This is like my Tinder.
Zelda. I think Zelda.
Oh my god.
Or was it Nosy Box?
No, no, no. Oh!
I think
What was not?
I
What
think
was
it's,
not?
Which
No,
one
I
was
think it's
not?
I think it's the second one.
I feel like it's going to
I
be
think it's
obvious.
the first one. The first one.
You think the first one was not a children's
I
personality?
think the
You
second
need to help me.
The second
I
one.
don't
You
know
think
any of this.
Zelda was not?
No.
See, that is way too messed up to be in a children's show.
So you're saying the one of those which
I'm
was
saying
not
A.
in children's
I think
television was C?
that one is
Hey,
A.
Okay.
yeah.
The formature.
Caleb, you're right. A was Critter from the movie. You C, yeah, the other one was in television. C was a children's show.
Did
Yeah.
anybody watch that show?
Okay, he was called Nosy Bonks. Would you like to see him?
No!
Yes.
It's genuinely terrifying.
He's Mr. Nosy Box.
Oh my god.
He noses around and he's always coming across letters. So watch Nosy Box. He's watching you.
What was that?
So when you go home from the show tonight, I want you to remember, Nosy Bonks is watching you.
I
Okay?
don't want to remember that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's say thank you to our friends here from Stranger Things. Congratulations, Caleb. You know your 80s stuff.